Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of Hudson Raider soccer. We are at the away game tonight, playing the Menomonie Mustangs here in beautiful Menomonie, Wisconsin tonight. It's a fantastic, beautiful spring night here in Menomonie. It's going to be a great night for soccer, as you can probably see on your screen. Just a nice sunny evening, good temperature for soccer, not too hot, not too cold, and we're excited for a good Big Rivers Conference matchup tonight. Lineups have been named and called off. National anthem has been sung, and the teams are taking the field. Looks like the Mustangs, the hometown Menomonie Mustangs, are in maroon, and they'll be playing from right to left on your screen, and the visiting Hudson Raiders in white, playing from left to right on your screen in this first half of soccer. A little bit of breeze, it looks like, at the Mustangs' backs. So we'll see how that plays out over the course of the match. And here we go. Raiders moving it around, but ultimately putting that ball out of bounds will be a Mustangs throw-in. Quite a bit of ball movement for the Raiders, pushing it up the field, but there's the Mustangs taking it back, and the Raiders bringing things all the way back to goalkeeper Hannah Kendhammer, who's going to send a big boot up and see what the Raiders can do offensively here. Natalie Rampton there with the takeaway for the Raiders, but pass got away from number 15, Gracie Nell. Gave the Menomonie a throw-in, but the Raiders got the ball back and moving around on the defensive half. Sending up the middle to Rampton again, who sends a nice ball across the field. Ball's up to Ransonici. See, Armanis sends a nice ball across, a little out of the reach of Raiders players, and it'll be a punt for the Mustangs. It's goalkeeper Elizabeth Doran with the nice punt there. Raiders pushing the ball up the field a bit, and Mustangs putting the ball out of bounds again. It'll be a Raiders throw-in. Big throw-in for the Raiders, but Mustangs take control and are going to put a long ball up the sideline. Goes out of bounds, though, and Raiders with the throw-in. That's Nevaeh Tillman with the throw here. Big throw down the line to Olivia Petty, but that actually goes out of bounds back at him again. So here we go. Another throw-in. These teams kind of feeling each other out right now, and a lot of back and forth, a little bit of loose play, but we'll see things tighten up as they start to get a better feel for each other. Mustangs go for a through ball, but this turf here, just like in most places, can really get that ball moving, and tough to catch it. And Hannah Kendhammer of the Raiders with the punt. Another takeaway here, a little collision by the Mustangs on their own. They get the ball out to Gracie Nell, Just getting a little defensive there, and that ball's going to go out for a Raiders corner kick here, and we'll see what they can do with this. The first corner kick of the match. Looks like number 7, Maggie McConnell, heading down to take that corner kick. It's a good opportunity for the Raiders. Anytime you can put the ball right in the scoring area, you get excited, so let's see what happens. Kind of a low ball, but it comes in hard and fast. Raiders aren't able to get that ball on goal. They got something on it, but sent it a little bit wide. Hannah Huntley there, trying to pop that ball back into play. Ransonici with a nice little sneak in there to take it away. And the Raiders get it back out. Hannah Huntley over there on the far left with the ball. Fighting it out. Raiders lining up for another corner kick. It's number 7, Maggie McConnell again, gearing up to take that kick. Big ball in. Nice header out by the Mustangs, and a good follow-up shot by the Raiders, but put it right at goalkeeper Elizabeth Doran of the Mustangs, and a nice save by her. So it's a nice play by Raiders, and ball gets up to Natalie Rampton. Gets it in. Another good shot by the Raiders. That's number 14, Raina Fort, taking the shot, but deflected by the Mustangs. Raiders send a big ball in, but a little high, a little wide, and that's going to be a goal kick for Doran of the Mustangs. Oh, hits the post. Big shot there for the Raiders. Looks like Hannah Lundeen with that shot, and she rattles the cage, but cannot get it tucked into that corner, and the Mustangs avoid a score there, and goalkeeper Elizabeth Dorn again with another goal kick here. Good shot there. High, though. That was Ransonici. Nice shot. She kind of pulled up on it. When you pull up, you sort of pull your body back and you kind of lift the ball almost like a pitching wedge, and often will send it high there. So, but a good attempt nonetheless. Raiders keeping the pressure on. Lundeen with a long shot, but with some real power on it. But again, nicely handled by Elizabeth Doran. She's playing a nice game so far here. 7.5 minutes in for the Mustangs. Good takeaway here. Comes Natalie Rampton down into the corner, and that's going to be a Raiders throw-in deep in their territory, and number 15, Gracie Nell with the throw. Big clear for the Mustangs, sending it deep into Raiders territory. Raiders sending it deep into their territory. A little foot race there, but the Mustangs are able to get that out just inside the flag for a throw-in for the Raiders. Throw in here, Ransonici with a quick tuck move. She's going to get a blast there, sends it low and hard, but again. And there the Raiders sneak one in. I think that was Olivia Petty with the goal. Can we back it up?
Number 2, Maggie Salama, now on the field for the Raiders.
Oh. So there we go. Goal credited to Maggie Salama. Maggie's having a good campaign this year, scoring in the previous games as well. So nice job to the Raiders there. Lots of pressure. Nice initial save by Elizabeth Doran of the Mustangs, but too much pressure and shot after shot there that made it tough for her in the defense. Ball knocked out by the Mustangs, and the Raiders are going to have a throw here. Hannah Lundeen with the header there that went out, and that's going to be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Referee's backing things up a little bit. A little pop in there by Hannah Huntley. Ransonici in the middle to Lundeen, who sneaks a nice ball through. I couldn't see who scored that one either. Tough to see. There's a mass of people. Looks again, maybe. Is it number 9? That might be Britta Holter, number 9. Yeah, I think that was Britta Holter there with the goal for the Raiders. So 2 Raiders on the board tonight, scoring within minutes of each other. And Raiders are off to a strong start here. 2-0 lead in the first about 10.5 minutes of the match. Again, in that situation, Mustangs goalkeeper Elizabeth Doran did a really nice job making the initial play, but you just can't always grab those tough shots, and she deflected it, but Raiders were there to pick it up, and a little too much even for great goalkeeping. Here comes Hannah Lundeen again. One thing you will see from the Raiders is pressuring defense all over the field. And it tends to keep the ball in the offensive half, and the Mustangs now with the clear, although that is going to give the Raiders a throw-in. Looks like Nevaeh Tillman's going to take that throw. It's Hannah Petty trying to put a big cross on, but a little misdirection there.
That's Amelia.
Ball goes out of bounds. We're going to have a Mustang substitution.
Number 13, Paula Flores.
Looks like number 10, Kalea Heyer, in for the Raiders as well. So with about 12 minutes into the match, Raiders are up 2-0 on Menomonie. Good move there by Maggie Salama in the corner. She's going to try to use some speed and a little bit of arm checking by both players. It's pretty much okay. Ball goes out of bounds. That's going to be a goal kick for the Mustangs. Head over by the Mustangs, trying to get something going here. There's a nice play there. Number 12, Anna Blast with the ball for the Mustangs, but kind of gets away from her, and the Raiders take it back. But Mustangs holding strong, trying to keep that ball in their offensive half here. Now have another Raider throw. Nevaeh Tillman with that throw.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Substitute here for the
Number 5,
Mustangs.
Kashia Zhang in for the Mustangs.
Good ball there. Raiders going to try to keep that ball moving across the field. There's Salama fighting it out. Mustangs kick that ball out, and that's going to be a deep, deep throw in for the Raiders.
Getting those immediate, yeah.
Rena Fort there with the big ball for the Raiders, trying to kind of, I think she was hoping to kind of sail that ball a little more in front of the goal so the Raiders might have a scoring opportunity there, but it kind of drifts on her, and it's going to give a goal kick for Elizabeth Doran and the Mustangs here.
Yeah. She's trying to recruit people. No, exactly.
No, because she said that she kicked the ball towards you purposely.
I know, yeah, she said that. She was like, yeah, I want to see you chase after that ball.
Big clear for the Mustangs. That was number 15, Olivia Rubenzer. The nice clear.
Smiling through the face.
I didn't finish stretching.
You want to stretch her more? Yeah. Over the top.
Another big ball by the Mustangs, trying to just push that ball down the field and see what they can do. Kendhammer with a big clear for the Raiders. They're having big ball after big ball here. Blast in there by Anna Bast of the Mustangs, and they're going to see if they can keep this going, but that is going to be a Raiders throw.
Carry that thing on your back the whole way.
Number 3, Ava Brown, now in for the Raiders.
Clear there by the Raiders, but Mustangs are there to pick it up. It's the first sustained opportunity that Menomonie's had the ball in their offensive half. They take a long shot there, but handled by Raider goalkeeper Hannah Kendhammer and cleared. Raiders now trying to counterattack. They're getting that ball up deep. Ramthen out to Ava Brown and back in, and a nice little sequence for the Raiders, but an excellent clear by the Mustangs there to avert any scoring opportunities for the Raiders.
He's 11, yeah.
Throw in by Tillman. Quick pop in there for the Raiders, and the Mustangs go for a clear, but Salama's there and gets a quick steal and takes a quick shot. Just got under it a little too much and sent that ball wide and a bit high. Great idea, though. Kind of a sneaky, quick shot there. Just ball was not kind of sitting in the right place for Maggie to put a lot of oomph on it. Hannah Lundeen there with the play for the Raiders, keeping it alive. Throw in there by Hannah Huntley, playing the right defensive back position for the Raiders tonight. Salama sends a throw down to Ramthen. Goes in the corner, Ramthen keeps it in, kind of scoots it through the middle. Raiders keep it alive, they send it back. It's a nice play, but the Mustangs sniffed that out, and they were playing wise defense of hanging back a bit for that type of a drop pass. And but still a nice play by the Raiders there. ball across. Here comes Salama. Salama gets around and gets a cross on. Just didn't quite get to where we wanted it. Raiders now with the throw. Good effort by Lauren Alexander there to make a turn. I just ran out of space. Ball gets over Salama and is going to go out of bounds for a Menomonie throw-in, or Menomonie goal kick, sorry. A little tangle there by the two players in the box. Inadvertent on both ends. No foul called. Good play by the ref there. Raiders send the ball wide, hoping Salama can get to it, but a little out of her reach. Mustangs with a nice turn and pass there. Good little exchange there. They're going to move it now. Nice play there up to Alyssa Benrud for the Mustangs, and gets out of bounds. Will be a Raiders throw-in.
Yeah, but I had that on top of my regular.
It's Natalie Ramthen coming off, and
Number 6, Sophie Bastin for the Raiders.
Sophie Bast for the Raiders into the match. Raiders maintaining their 2-0 lead. We're moving into the 20th, about the 20th minute of the first half. Kind of an awkwardly bouncing ball there, but the Raiders charged in to take it. That looks like Kalia Heyer going down the left side there. Makes a nice turn. Sends it scooting across, and there's Salama with her second goal of the night. That's just a really nicely executed play. Kalia Heyer brings it across the goal line. Somehow that ball sneaked through a whole bunch of people, and Maggie was waiting at the far post to bury that shot, and just needed to tap it in, and that's going to give the Raiders a 3-goal lead now. And Mustangs will regroup and go for a kickoff here.
Masani in for the Mustangs. Hudson's goal scored by number 2, Maggie Salama.
Raiders keeping the pressure on, and Salama now with the throw-in for the Raiders. A little pressure from behind, a little more on Petty than probably was necessary, and it's going to give the Raiders a free kick, kind of in a dangerous area. They'll probably either elect to take a shot at the upper far corner or kind of chip this like a mini corner kick. We'll see what Maggie McConnell decides to do here. Sends it up a little bit strong, goes across the crossbar, and that'll be a Mustangs goal kick here. Big boot there, but there's Hannah Lundeen again, and Maggie Salama trying to send that ball into her teammate up the middle, but taken away by the Mustangs. Mustangs go for a pass there, nobody there to accept it, but the ball was kind of sent to the right spot. Just nobody was breaking to that outside line to take the ball. Raiders get a heck of a scoring chance there, but kind of hit that ball a little too early and send it high across the goal. Raiders coming right back down, putting some pressure on and sending that ball across. Salama's going to chase it down, and it gets out of bounds on her, and that'll be another goal kick. Ball gets back to Elizabeth Doran of the Mustangs, and she gives it a ride, but Raiders are there at the midfield to kind of keep it in their offensive half. A whole bunch of subs coming in here for the Raiders. This is a good break to share that this broadcast is brought to you by River Channel.
Ransanichi back in. Number 15, Gracie Allen on the field now. Number 18, Haley Huntley.
Quick action there for the Raiders after the subbing of several players, and Nevaeh Tillman with another throw in here deep in the territory. Ball comes in. That's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. Getting back to what I was initially saying, this broadcast is brought to you by the River Channel, and we're happy to be here. I'm here with my colleague Jeff Munter on the technical side. Jeff does all the camera work, sound work, carries all the equipment, really does all the work. I just show up and talk. So good to have him. Always does a nice job. And I'm the best part of it. And I'm Jeff Hyan. I'm your announcer. I former soccer coach in Hudson and a variety of Minnesota schools, and former player. So always good to be back in action with the girls soccer season, and look forward to many more games this season with these Hudson girls. It's my first match of announcing in Menomonie, and this is just a beautiful setting. If you're not here, you can maybe even see in the camera just a nice, beautiful wooded background and scenic spot for a stadium. Seating on one side, a small visitor section on the other side, but beautiful, beautiful turf, beautiful setting, beautiful night. So fun to be here. A lot of games here in Menomonie for high school used to be played at the University of Wisconsin Stout Stadium, but this is not sure if the stadium is new here at the high school or what, but it's really nice. So nice to have it on the high school campus too. So here we go. Tillman with another throw-in for the Raiders. In the box of the Raiders trying to get something done there, but kind of a awkward set of ball movement plays there, and the Raiders though keep it in. Quick pop in. That's a hard blast in, but handled nicely by Elizabeth Doran. Elizabeth has had a great game so far for the Mustangs, despite the 3-0 score. She certainly kept this from being quite a bit more so far by some great plays. We'll now have a Mustangs throw. They're going to try to do it quickly. And a Huntley with the throw, and it's going to be another Raiders throw. Huntley with another throw, another header out of bounds by the Mustangs. Huntley decides to go a different direction, gets it into Lundeen. Clear by the Mustangs, gets a little more height than they wanted. Quick blast in, and another nice save by Elizabeth Doran. punt onto the far side of the field, but it's up very high and a little short and pops out of bounds.
¿No te aparece donde tienes que poner la clave? ¿Sí tiene internet? ¿No sabes si tiene internet?
Number 18, Marie Zunker, back on the field for the Mustangs.
No te escuchaban.
Raiders with the ball in dangerous territory. Ransonici with a quick turn and shot, but that ball goes wide.
¿Cómo te fue, hijo?
¿No quieres venir al medio tiempo de Paula? ¿Tienen un fotógrafo? ¿Ya pudiste entrar?
Little foot tangle there by Lundeen is called for the foul, and the Mustangs will have a kick here from about their own 30-yard line, and using football terms at least.
A ver, enséñamelo.
Turn there, that's Sophie Bask in the middle of the field, maintaining control despite kind of people all over her. So nice play there by Sophie. There's Lundeen again in the center. Wisely sends it out wide. It's a good choice.
A ver, dale escape. Escape. En la esquinita de la izquierda. Ajá.
Like Haley Huntley there on the ball for the Raiders.
No pasa nada.
Number 24, Olivia Petty, back on the field for Hudson.
Throw by Nevaeh Tillman gets booted right out of bounds by the Mustangs, and the Raiders will try that again. Gets it in. There's Petty on the ball, but taken by the Mustangs. Nice turn play there by Raina Fort to bring that ball out. Hannah Huntley there. Sophie Bass with a nice turn, and she's going to send it out there to Gracie Nell, but just a little out of reach, and picked up by Elizabeth Doran.
Wait, we should like edit.
We're now about 30 minutes into the first half. We're down to about 10 minutes remaining in the first half here. Raiders visiting Hudson Raiders from Hudson High School, leading by a score of 3-0 over the hometown Menomonie Mustangs.
Why is my camera
Ransonici with a good takeaway there. Sending it through. A little too much on that ball for the Raiders to get on it. Good take. Here comes Hannah Huntley again, but she sends that ball up and through, and not a bad angle, but nobody close enough to really close that gap that fast. So, not a great idea sending that ball across the field. See if somebody can streak in and do something with it, but another goal kick here for the Mustangs. Head over by the Raiders, and there's a scrum there again, and the Raiders get a quick blast off, and there's a goal for the Raiders.
But we're also halfway to tying.
That was Ava Brown with the goal.
Hudson scored by number 3, Ava Brown.
I know.
Yep, Ava Brown, nice shot there. She kind of landed right for her, but she made a nice play to just put that ball in the goal. Sometimes even from there it can be easy to just put that ball right at the goalkeeper or even put the ball over the net, and Ava Just kind of put that ball, buried it with authority, and nice score for Ava there.
Number 9, Britta Holter, back on the field for the Raiders.
We should have made a sign. Yeah. Dang it. K-15, I guess.
Yeah, he did. He did, yeah.
And 11 in heaven. In heaven.
Something going on here, maybe an injury. Referee called for a stoppage of the clock, and it's like Nevaeh Tillman must have had something happen that she needed to get off the field in a hurry, and Raiders training staff is on that. We'll hope for the best for Nevaeh. She's had a solid game over there at the left defensive back, and now the Raiders will get that clock going and play and get throwing in.
Pues no, pero es que la profe había dicho que en lo que Santo estaba ahí, nos veíamos
Nice ball out. Here comes Ransonici streaking in, trying to send that through to a teammate, but too many Mustangs there on defense. Shut that opportunity down.
Do you like this?
Sun is setting here at the stadium, and the lights are on. And
Number 2, Salama, back in for Hudson.
Raiders now keeping the pressure on. Looks like probably an offsides call here, and the Raiders or the Mustangs will have a free kick. Raiders go for trying to change the field there, but nicely taken by Lauren Alexander of the Mustangs. Hannah Huntley again with the ball here, and she's going to send it up. Sending Salama through. Elizabeth Dora there, though, again, to take that ball away nicely and reset things for the Mustangs. Interesting ball exchange there. Quick bang bang between players, a little bit of a collision. No foul there though, but Mustangs get the ball deep. Had a chance to do something, but Raiders defense shut that down in a hurry.
No, but it's really, they're always winning. Isn't this exciting? Williams, Bill. What's his name? Oh? Oh, that's why he's like that. Oh, God. I think so. Can you, I'm not paying attention.
Down to about 5 minutes in the half. Raiders continue to lead 4-0 now with their fourth goal added just a few moments ago. Huntley again sending a big through ball through. And again taken by Doran, and punt coming. Holter over there defending on the far side. Keeps that ball alive back to her teammate. Nicely played. Good swing ball over to Huntley, and Raiders defense held there, but a little errant on that ball. But there's Petty to regain the ball. Midfielders came back there nicely to help out, and the Raiders now able to advance the ball again. Little collision there on Ransonici, and foul on the Mustangs. Maybe kind of drop that shoulder just a little bit, and that will often lead to a foul. It's Maggie McConnell lining up to take this kick. She probably dropped this somewhere at the top of the box. She goes low and hard, though, and sneaks through, but Elizabeth Doran is there again for the Mustangs. Hannah Huntley Sending that ball out of bounds. We'll have a couple substitutes here
In
for the Mustangs.
are number 6, Helena Rohr, and number 7, Paige Jean.
I don't think she's more gonna lose. She. Oh, you got her out of the. Number 15. Oops. Wait. Number 15. It's like you're really there. Sorry.
Thrown here by Olivia Rubenzer for the Mustangs, and the Raiders able to take that nice step back by the Mustangs.
It's like you're really there.
Seen some good plays by the Mustangs. They're just not struggling to string together some of those plays to advance that ball further. Rubenzer with another throw. There by Gracie Nell into Ransonici, who's all over the field. She's now back on the far midfield, and that's what happens when players are adept and alert in switching spots with players as the play moves things around, and comes Maggie McConnell with another big kick. She gets that in. It was a nice ball, a little bit long, so that the goalkeeper could get it, but it's tough to place that ball just right. But it was a nice ball. Ball goes all the way back to Ken Hammer, who doesn't quite get the clear I think she wanted there, and the Mustangs knock on the door a bit there, and ball goes out of bounds. Will be a Mustangs throw-in. About a minute and a half left. Mustangs showing a little bit more offensive life here. Again, another throw-in. Number 17, Ashley Sloop, fighting it out on the sideline for the Mustangs. Mustangs again popping it up, trying to see if they can make something happen here. Britta Holter on the far side, trying to send that ball up.
1 minute and a half.
Mustangs with a bit of a surge here, trying to make something happen. Holter on the sideline, plays it off the Mustangs. That's going to be a Raiders throw. Now down to
Number
about
22, Grantham, back on the field.
32 seconds left. Quick throw in for the Raiders. That's Holter with the throw. Another throw for the Raiders, and this is going to bring us pretty close to the end of the first half, so we will be back shortly. Raiders going to walk into halftime with a 4-0 lead, and we'll see you back in just a few minutes.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, half.
All right, everybody, we are back for the second half of this Big Rivers Conference matchup here in Menomonie, Wisconsin, on the campus, the beautiful campus of Menomonie High School. And we got the hometown Mustangs of Menomonie in maroon, now playing from left to right on your screen, and the Raiders, Hudson, over Hudson High School. Ooh, wow, what a play there. Kind of a little mistaken play, but took a nasty spin off someone. And Elizabeth Doran has, while the score is 4-0 in the Raiders' favor, she's really doing a lot to keep that score where it's at. That was a fantastic save off a crazy play there. So back to resetting. The Raiders are in white. They're the visiting squad from Hudson High School. about 40 minutes, about probably 35 miles or so west of Menomonie on I-94. So these are neighboring communities, and always a fun visit here to Menomonie. So Raiders out to a 4-0 lead in the first half, and Menomonie, though, at the end of the first half, put some surging on there to put some pressure on the Raiders' defense, and we'll see if they can keep that going here in the second half to see if they can get something on the board and see what they can do with the Raiders here.
¿Cómo te fue ahorita? ¿Qué hicieron? Ya tú vas tranquilo, ¿no?
Looks like the Raiders will have a corner kick here, and number 7, Maggie McConnell, lining that ball up. Good ball in. It's tight to the goal. Raiders trying to make Elizabeth Doran pay for not catching that ball outright. Sometimes it's hard to do, though, and she made the save, and the Raiders did get that ball out. So Raiders now with the throw-in. Next up for the Raiders for matchups will be a game next week at Chippewa Falls. So another little road jaunt for the Raiders. Chippewa Falls, probably another 15, 20 minutes for the Raiders to go play. Ball goes out there. That's number 19, Nevaeh Tillman with the throw for the Raiders. Nevaeh left the first half with some kind of injury, but it looks like she's doing well and back in business. Mustangs again trying to get it out there, trying to use some speed. That's number 11, Caitlin Bassani, and she's got some speed there, and kind of wasn't sure what she was doing, trying to tap it out front to herself, but a little more space, she might have been able to do a little more damage there. But now Mustangs with their first corner kick of the match. Never know how this will go, so let's see what they get here. Big ball in, played a little short. Raiders are able to eject that. Mustangs trying to keep it in there, fighting through it. Ball's bouncing. Mustangs get a ball. This ball was spinning like crazy too, but Kendhammer is able to manage it. So the Mustangs putting together some offense here. As we said, they ended the half with some pressure and are starting this half off with a little more pressure as well. They're maybe found a combination or found some things working here. Tillman with a nice powerful header up to Rancinici. And too much on that through ball, and Mustangs are going to get the clear here. Call a handball there. Sometimes when you're trying to get that ball chested or played off the front of your body, you kind of get your arms in an awkward spot and they hit the ball. So the Mustangs throwing here. Ball moving around between the teams. Midfield. Little tangle there, and the ref decides to call foul. Big throw in there for the Raiders.
Oh no.
Big ball through there, but kicked out of bounds. It's going to be a Raiders throw again. Ransonici trying to make something happen. Raiders again going for a big through ball. Big high pop-up through ball. Petty's going to try to use her height. Ransonici there. It's a little foot on it, but not a lot of oomph. And then Doran is there again to take care of business for the Mustangs and hold on to that 4-goal deficit for them. Again, some back and forth in the midfield, and now Petty's going to take that ball and try to take control of things. Sends a little ball through there. It's Ramthan moving that ball out to Holter, who tries to get around on that a little bit, doesn't quite get her left leg around enough to put it on net and sends it out wide. It's going to be another goal kick for the Mustangs.
Could have waited one more day to get to the bathroom.
Ball gets up. Here comes Ransonici in the corner. Nice little move there. Tries to get across on. Gets a kind of a low cross, but tough to handle that one and make something happen. But the Raiders maintain control. Big ball in for the Raiders there, and that's going to go out and be a goal kick for the Mustangs.
Sorry, I can't take this seriously. I really
Again, they're going to try to send it deep. Raiders defense kind of muscles in, kind of a foul there. Guess maybe not a real violent foul, but maybe using a little too much leverage there, and the Mustangs are going to get a free kick. Kind of a dangerous spot. You never know what can happen here, but that ball is a little bit wide of the scrum and is going to be a goal kick for the Raiders with some substitutes coming in.
In for the Mustangs is number 6, Elena Lord. And for the Raiders, number 2, Maggie Salama, and number 6, Sophie Best.
I think they're gonna ban your ass.
Big cross there by Sophie Bast. Raiders again trying to push this up and get back into their scoring groove. We're 11 minutes into the second half. Score remains 4-0, where we ended it in the first half. Good hustle play there by Olivia Petty, but the angle of that pass was a little bit off. Sends it back to Tillman. Sends a big nice foot. That was a nice left-footed pass there up the line by Tillman. Rancinici sending kind of a tough, hard ball, trying to put it up the middle, but taken by the Mustangs. Free kick here for the Mustangs. Again, they're kind of putting some pressure now on this Raider defense. Getting the ball in, still waiting for that big scoring chance. There's a big ball in. Kandhammer adeptly handles that ball, though, pulling it out of the air. Now she's going to send it up. Come the Raiders. Big ball through by the Raiders. See, looks like Salama over there streaking down the field. Gets it played off, and that's going to be a corner kick for the Raiders. Good hustle by Maggie Salama there to keep that ball alive and give the Raiders a corner kick. Big ball in. That was a nicely placed ball, but the Mustangs were there to head that ball out.
Number 10, Kalia Heyer, now in for the Raiders.
Tillman lining up, sends a big left foot up there, easily handled by Elizabeth Doran. Ball in. Raiders are tending to put that ball kind of long into the goal. And so far the Mustangs in the second half are able to thwart that strategy. Raiders defense getting a hold of things there and sending it back up into the offensive half. Nice little sequence of balls there by the Mustangs, and again, they also try to just send the ball deep there, but Raiders are able to take that ball back. Throw in here for Tillman and the Raiders. Fun little fact here in this match, Hudson soccer, girls soccer legend Lauren Chuckle, captain and fantastic player for the Raiders, who I believe that team went to state a few years ago, and Lauren is a captain on the UW Stout girls soccer team and a coach for this Menomonie high school squad. So Lauren's over there on the line trying to help Menomonie come back here, and always good to see former players and what they're up to, and to see Lauren doing so well here at UW Stout. Raiders again putting some pressure on, sending another long ball kind of wide, and Mustangs with another goal kick. Collision there. And it's going to be a Mustangs free kick, which will kind of put it into that offensive attack for the Raiders, and we'll see what the Mustangs are able to put together here on this drive. Big ball up. Nice little tap play there by Sophie Bast. Olivia Petty on the ball. Alyssa Bender there fighting it out for the Mustangs with Tillman. And Tillman makes a nice turn, but kicks that ball out of bounds. That's going to be a Mustangs throw in here. Another Raiders throw in here. That's going to cause a substitution.
In for the Raiders is number 3, Ava Brown, and number 16, Allie Stupendick.
All right, so Allie Stubendick in the game. I think this is her first action tonight, and Allie is can be a scoring machine for the Raiders. So we'll see what she can put together here.
New goalkeeper for the Raiders, number 27, Sophia Yaku.
Goalie change for the Raiders too. So freshman. Uh-oh, we lost our lights here, folks, and we're going to pause for a moment here, and about the 60-minute mark, lost our lights.
It'll just be a second.
The experts are on it, and we should have these lights back on any moment. Here we go. That was a short pause as the lights were able to pop back on nicely, and we're back to action here. don't even know what I was saying when that happened, so we'll just start new here. Raiders with what's been a penalty here, and they're going to get basically kind of a corner kick here. A little better angle than a corner kick, and we'll see what they can do. It's a nice ball, a little bit long, right where you kind of want it. A little head back, not necessarily kind of where you want that as well, but not able to put that ball in the net. Tillman pops it back in a little heavy, and the Mustangs evade another attack there by the Raiders.
Bien largados pero bien marcados. Dijera Diana, yo tengo mis compras muy planas, pero bien acomodaditas, bien chiquitas. Estas nalgas tienen su no mames eso. Sí. Pero no mames, pues, lo que no tiene nalgas no tiene nada.
Pero tiene cara bonita.
Pero saben, ya no vuelto a pasar el gatito.
Ella nunca tiene verdad.
¿Cómo no? Un rato de tiempo que se escribe que se da bien. Cuando va con Andrés. Ya vinieron las amigas, se empiezan a verla.
There you go. Raiders with a corner kick. Sneaking that ball through. Elizabeth Doran able to gather that in. Kind of takes a dribble move, but still is able to collect that ball and sends it out wide. Nifty little play there. Gets by Raiders defense, but the Mustangs eventually lose it to the Raiders, and here we go again. Mustangs have sort of sorted a few things out since that fourth goal by the Raiders. Last few minutes of the first half, they applied a lot of offensive pressure and have come out in the second half playing some pretty solid defense. Really keeping the Raiders to just kind of sending long balls in. And
for the Mustangs, number 5, Kashir Zhang. Number 7, Hayin Zhang. 13, Paulo Flores. And number 17, Ashley Smith.
It's going to be a goal kick here. No, corner kick for the Mustangs. This should be interesting. Again, we see the Mustangs putting something together to get the ball and keep it in their offensive half. And here comes a corner kick. Low and hard, not a bad shot. That Tillman right there, though, sticking to that post and kicking it out of bounds. Will be another corner kick, though, for the Mustangs. in. Again, Tillman with the clear, and that's going to be another corner kick. Decided to play a short game there. And that's going to give the Raiders a goal kick, and a host of Raiders coming back into the match here.
For the Raiders, number 9, Britta Holter. Number 11, Ransanichi. 23, I don't have a name for that one. And 24, Petty.
Raiders are getting a little breakaway here, but that ball is just skirting away. A little hard to catch up to and not able to take advantage of it when it was in a good scoring spot. But now the Raiders coming down with a corner kick. Down to about 13 minutes left in the match. And the Raiders with the corner kick, see if they can do something. Leading 4-0 here. It's a big ball in. It's a pretty nice play. And there's Elizabeth Dorn again coming up with it. Didn't catch it cleanly, but still kind of came away with it among the scrum of players there in front of the goal.
Number 16, Sydney Norby in for the Mustangs.
Ball comes back to Yakub for the Raiders, and she sends it back out. Raiders are going to try to work this ball up the sideline here, it looks like. Now they send a long ball up. Quick turn there. Disrupted there by the Mustangs, and now we'll see what the Mustangs can put together offensively. Big ball up. It's a good little passing sequence by the Raiders there, and Petty's going to send it out wide. That's Salama over there. It's nice ball movement there by the Raiders to take advantage of the whole field, but little through ball there gets, again, ahead of all the Raiders and is going to give the Mustangs a goal kick. Now zeroing in on the 10-minute mark left in the match. Raiders continue to lead 4-0. Menomonie showing a lot of life here since the last minute or two of the first half, and has made it an interesting second half for sure, as it's been a 0-0 match since the first half. Raiders again sending a deep ball up. Ransanichi on the ball. And I think Ransanichi got a little handsy there, a little too much hand checking and pushing, and it's going to be a free kick for the Mustangs. Raiders right now sitting in conference play at a record of 1-1-1, a win over Superior, a loss to New Richmond, and a tie to Eau Claire North. So they're trying to get back on the win column here in conference play. Overall record, though, for the Raiders entering this game is 3-1-2. with a couple extra wins against Wisconsin Rapids, and not sure who this team is, Phillip Memorial.
Number 15,
We're not sure where they're out
Wall.
of. I'll have to look that up, though.
On field for
They also have a
Hudson.
tie against Middleton, so their overall record of 3 wins, 1 loss, 2 ties. I'm sure that one of their primary goals is to win the conference, so stringing together some conference wins will be important for them here. I thought I heard Allie Stubendick entered the game, but I'm not sure I actually saw her, so maybe I mistook that. But another clear by Menomonie, and the goes out of bounds. Raiders will have Menomonie will have another throw in here.
Number 2, Alyssa Benrud for the Mustangs.
Now down to about 8.5 minutes. Good takeaway there by the Raiders deep in the corner. They send it in nicely, but tough shot there to do anything on that ball, and the ball kind of spins out of bounds. And Mustangs will have yet another goal kick here, and see if they can put something together here at the end, kind of creeping into the end of the match here with about 7 minutes left. Nice turn there by the Raiders. Got a long ball, a little hard to manage, and it's going to give the Mustangs another goal kick here. Raiders defense swarming on that ball that time to make sure they keep it in the offensive half, and here they keep the ball moving. Raiders again moving the ball here. The defensive team pushing that ball up. See what they can do here. Sneaking that ball in. We've got Lily Rouleau in there for the Raiders, getting some action. And big throw in here. Raiders defense pushing it up. They'd love to try to get another score or two here. But the clock is ticking down now, down to about 5.5 minutes. The Raiders throwing. Ball up for the Raiders, trying to send it through again. This time it's sneaking through. Good try there for the Raiders. It's number 3, Sophie Bass, trying to tag that ball on the fly. Got a good foot on it, but not really as solid as she wants, and kind of a tough angle to put anything on it either. But it's Bass again, sending it through. Send it out wide this time. And Raiders aren't able to catch up to that one, and another throw-in for the Mustangs. Nice little pass out there by Rancinici. A lot of congestion in the middle. Raiders play that ball in. There's a little bit of scuffling. And the Raiders get called for a foul, and that's going to end that attempt. Now it's 76-minute mark with 4 minutes left. Menomonie gets that ball out to about midfield, and Raiders defense tracks that ball again, sends it up deep. Menomonie again trying to get something going here in the last few moments of the match.
Hey, Mom, be nice.
Raiders again pushing it through a little too far, and about 2.5 minutes left. We'll have another goal kick here.
Number 10, Higher back in for Hudson.
Clea Higher back in the match for the Raiders. Down to about 2.5 minutes. Tough ball there. Good takeaway by the Raiders, but a tough ball for Ava Brown there to handle. Really nice takeaway there by McConnell, but come right back with their own takeaway, and then the Raiders with a nice takeaway. Some nice defensive plays there. It's now down to about 1.5 minutes left in the match. Raiders defense has played pretty well this second last about 15 minutes, really keeping Menomonie out of the offensive area, and it's a good way to finish the match for the Raiders. I think they probably had hoped they'd score a few more goals, but 4-0 victory is going to be pretty solid for them, unless, of course, Menomonie makes something happen here within the last 45 seconds or so. But hats off to Menomonie for kind of holding things down in the second half. Giving up 4 goals in the first half usually is an indicator that more is to come, but they played a solid second half of defense. Kept the Raiders really from having too many solid scoring opportunities. Raiders put a lot of long balls in and weren't able to capitalize, and Menomonie was able to take care of the rest. So, but hats off to the Raiders themselves for a good first half of scoring and good all-around match on defense. It was a fun match. We appreciate all of you tuning in. This is the River Channel production, and we appreciate all of you. And have a great night, and we'll see you back at the next Raider match that's televised. Thanks, everybody.